You don't have to cut calories to lose weight. It's not natural for your body to lose weight. Hey guys, if you're new here, I'm Alice, and today I would like to talk about how I lost weight forever in 2020 and how I regained the freedom with food after years of struggling with my weight. So if you're interested in knowing all the steps I did to lose weight without counting calories, without counting macros, without being in a caloric deficit, then watch this video. So before, I think it's important that I tell you a bit about my story and how I struggled with my weight all my life. So basically, I am a very tall girl. I was very tall even in kindergarten, and people always made fun of me because I was tall and I was chubby. So since I was 4 years old, I had this thing in my head that I needed to lose weight because all other kids were slim and skinny and they were beautiful, and I was like the monster, because also people made fun of me calling like mammoth. So that was really, really tough for me to survive that period. And basically that making fun of me lasted since I was 13 years old. I was in my third year of like middle school. And basically what happened there is that I decided to completely cut out calories. So I decided to become an anorexic, and I decided to move my body every single day. Like if I ate an apple, which was like 100 calories more or less, I would do 10 minutes of running on the spot in my house without let my parents see me, because I thought that would burn off the calories. So all the calories I was eating, I would burning with some random exercises, because I thought that was the way to lose weight. I also went to ballet class, so that was really the worst part, because I was in constant fear with myself because there was mirror everywhere. So yeah, the anorexic period started in 2013 and lasted since 2014, when my parents decided to take me to a nutritionist or a dietitian, because in that period I also lost my period, and I lost my period for 4 years. So after 2014 I went to the nutritionist, and she basically gave me a diet with like lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, lots of carbs. And I was at the time afraid of eating everything. Like my mind would freak out if I ate like 1 spoon of olive oil or maybe 10 grams of bread, things like that. So I was really, really struggling with the food I was eating and all of that stuff. So I ate a lot of fruit because I thought fruit was less calorie dense than other food. So I ate like 500 grams of fruit every single morning, like 500 grams of strawberries or things like that, which is a lot of fruit, a lot of fructose. And I also ate fruit during my snacks, so 3 times per day. And that led to me having a fatty liver, because if you guys don't know, but you can develop a fatty liver in 2 ways. The first way is with alcohol. The second way is with fructose. So you can have a fatty liver even if you're skinny, even if you're underweight. That's absolutely possible. I am the alive proof. And so doctors told me that I had this fatty liver, that I had to, eat less fats. Like if the problem was fat, things like that. So I ate even less fat, but my period didn't come until 2015, when I was on holiday and I decided to eat more, because I thought, okay, if I eat this, I'm not gaining weight, because I saw that I ate a piece of cake and I didn't gain like 10 kilos in a day. So for my mind, eating like sweets, cakes, things like that was like, okay, if I eat them, I won't gain weight. Meantime, I was following also my nutritionist plan. So eating like 1,500 calories per day, and I was increasing the calories during my day. But I was cheating a lot. Like I ate a lot of bread, a lot of biscuits and things like that. So I gained like 60-70 pounds which are 30 to 40 kilos in maybe 1 to 2 months, which was very, very exhausting for me because people noticed that and started to comment on my appearance. So people commented on my appearance when I was anorexic because they told me that I was too thin. And also people commented on my appearance after that period because I was too fat. So people commented on my appearance every time. And that thing led me to, have a really, really bad relationship with myself and with food, because I was so frustrated that I ate to feel better, but what I ate was just even though it wasn't junk food, because bread and pasta is not common junk food, but it was a lot for me. I developed insulin resistance. I completely fucked up my metabolism. In the meantime, my period wasn't coming. Even though I was eating a lot, I gained a lot of weight. My period didn't come for 4 years. So after 4 years, doctors put me on some hormones and my period finally came. But those hormones basically fucked up my entire menstrual cycle. So I had serious period pain problems. I needed to vomit every single time. It was the worst. And that thing lasted since 2 years ago, when I finally knew how to heal my body. But this is a whole nother story that I will tell you later. So in 2015, 16, after my period came, I decided to lose some weight with a classic diet. I ate vegan products or maybe some banana ice cream, that Nina ice cream. I ate pretty much like the fit girls out there nowadays. I ate protein powders. I was trying to build my muscles. I was doing also a lot of interval training, high intensity interval training, and a lot of body weight training, things like that. And I also got into a bad relationship with my ex-boyfriend, who every time I worked out, he told me that I looked more like a Victoria's Secret model. So in my mind, I needed to look like them to be loved. And that way, my relationship with myself became very, very toxic. What happened is that I started the ketogenic diet in 2018 because I was searching for a way to lose weight easily, and I came out with an Italian guy who was on YouTube, how to lose weight with a ketogenic diet without being in a caloric deficit, So I started the ketogenic diet, and that was the first time I really felt my body. I really felt my emotions. I really felt how the food tasted, because from 11 years old to 18 years old, I haven't touched butter, eggs, or too much cheese, because I was afraid of fat. Because every time I looked around, people told me that fat were bad, that fats would develop you cholesterol or heart diseases, things like that, which are completely untrue. So I started the ketogenic diet in 2018, and I lost maybe 5 to 6 kilos. I wasn't fat, I was pretty fit, but I lost weight and people started complimenting me again. So after that, in 2019, I went through a very hard period for me and for my family, it was a really hard period for me. So I also broke up with my ex. And all those things basically let me gain over 60 pounds in just a month or two. And so I started to feel like shit, I ate a lot of carbs. I did the ketogenic diet, but I also ate a lot of carbs. So I wasn't really in a ketogenic diet. I was just eating randomly, and fucked up my metabolism another time. So all of these dieting periods finally came to an end in 2020, when I met my new boyfriend, Leonardo, which is absolutely an angel. And he taught me how to really love myself, that I didn't need a validation from others to love myself and to do the things I knew that was right for me. So in 2020 I was still very like overweight. I weighed like 97 kilos, and I'm like 186 centimeters. It's like 6 feet tall, I guess. I was very, very overweight. And after he reassured me, like, I love you, you're beautiful the way you are, things like that, I started really to love my body again. And I decided that I needed to fix this problem with food and with myself. So I restarted the ketogenic diet in 2020. And this is like the new beginning of my story. So let's go. How it started, my weight loss journey. So in 2020, I went to London in December. And in London, I decided to fast for 24 hours, 2 to 3 days per week. I stay in London like a week. And I fasted 24 hours, 2 to 3 days per week, because I was getting into ketosis. So fasting for me was a way to get into ketosis faster. I didn't like cut calories, after the 24 hours, 20 to 24 hours, I ate a lot, like 3,000 calories, 4,000 calories, but I ate like one meal every other day, basically. It wasn't to cut calories. I want to make sure this message arrives to you. I didn't cut calories. I just fixed my metabolic health issue. So I fixed my metabolism, basically. So what I did is that after the London trip, I came home and I decided to start really a ketogenic diet right way, So I ate a lot of fats, a lot of organic proteins, a lot of vegetables, things like that. I lost pretty much 4 to 5 kilos the first month. The second month, in Italy, we entered the first pandemic thing, and we entered the lockdown, and we've been in lockdown for 3 months. And during those 3 months, I lost more than 20 kilos in 3 months. So basically what I did is that I restarted keto, as I told you. I ate a lot of fats. I fixed my metabolism. To fix my metabolism, I did this. So I started to move myself every day, and to move is basically to have a nice long walk. Like I hit 10k steps per day every single day, because walking made me feel good and made me feel better, So I did that. And after some days, I usually also do some body weight exercises to keep my muscles up. Wasn't over exercising, I was finding my balance. So I was trying different things, and I found out that I cardio or high intensity interval training, I hated that. So I just started building my muscles with some body weight exercises. Okay, so after the first month, I decided to add a day with carbs every other day for a week. And I did that because I was on keto also in 2018. So I basically entered ketosis a lot of times. And for women, if you do a ketogenic diet for a prolonged period of time, you will consume all your glycogen stores. So it's important, especially for women, to add some healthy carbs like sweet potatoes or rice once a week after a year or two on a ketogenic diet. But I did that, as I told you, because I was on keto before. So if you're just starting out and want to start a ketogenic diet, don't do this. Do this after a year or a year and a half you're in this diet. My strategy to lose weight was to fix my metabolism, because dieting slows down your metabolism. All the diet I made in the past had fucked up my metabolism like crazy. So I needed to really fix my metabolism like that. So I started a healthy weight loss journey. And by that, I basically went in and out of ketosis very fast to fix my metabolic flexibility. So I went in and out of ketosis very fast, like every other day. And I did that for a week. After I ate the carbs, basically on that week, I was fasting for 16 hours the other day to really push my metabolism even more. And I want to make sure that you guys receive the message. I wasn't in a caloric deficit. I ate like 3,000 to 4,000 calories every single day. I made sure to eat a lot because I knew that eating was maintaining my body, and so you don't have to cut calories to lose weight. I am the real proof that you don't have to really restrict yourself or damage your body to lose weight. So after that, I had a week of intermittent fasting. So I had like 16 hours of fasting every other day. After that week, I really just ate whatever I wanted on a ketogenic diet. I didn't add the carbs, but after some period, like 5 to 6 months from that, so in last summer, I started to reintegrate carbs again. So I found my own balance. Like, I listened to my body. My body knew exactly what I needed in that period. So if I needed carbs, I would add some rice or sweet potatoes or some potatoes to my meal once a week, and that is my balance. So I made this video to tell you two things. So the first one is that dieting is really the worst thing you could ever do to your body. I tried all the diets possible during my dieting period. I tried the Weight Watchers, I tried the Fit Girl diet, I tried being vegan. By the way, I'm vegetarian since I was 11 years old, so an exception for keto, but I'm a keto vegetarian, so it's completely possible. Even if you're vegetarian, you just have to eat the right food, you know. So after that, I want to make sure you guys receive the message that calories really are no sense if your hormones are completely imbalanced. Basically, us as humans are not meant to eat carbs, especially the type of carbs we have in nowadays world, which are completely deprived of all fibers and nutrients because of our soils that have been destroyed by chemicals and pesticides. So what I want you to understand is that keto is not dangerous or a fancy last-minute diet. It's simply how we ate for 100,000 years ago. Since now, so it's our natural way of eating. And you don't have to eliminate carbs because carbs are important for your body, but the right types of carbs. Like vegetables are carbs. People don't realize that vegetables are carbs. Fruit is carbs, but if you have insulin resistance, if you're diabetic, if you have type 1 or type 2 diabetes, if you have high cholesterol, if you have heart diseases, if you have Hashimoto, if you have PCOS, if you have hypothyroidism, if you have hyperthyroidism, if you have like every most common health issues of this world, that is caused by what you're eating. That is caused by carbs and sugars and vegetable oils, and you buying conventional food, conventional animal products. That is the real cause of the problem. And also for weight loss, basically, if you can't lose weight, and even if you're on a deficit and you can't lose weight, that is because you're insulin resistant. Many people are insulin resistant nowadays because of carbs. I will make a video about this, but for now, just know that insulin is the hormone that basically stores your fat. So insulin is your fat storing hormone, and you can't think of losing weight if you haven't fixed your insulin. My message for you is, if you want to lose weight and if you're like on a weight loss journey and you are really struggling hitting your weight loss goal and you would like to lose weight forever, this is not a one-time fix, you know. Cutting calories is a one-time fix. You will lose some weight, but you can't be on a deficit all your life. And for those who say that you have to be on a maintenance diet after that, well, they don't know that your body, basically, when you cut calories, slows down its metabolism and basically goes in survival mode, because it's not natural for your body to lose weight. So you cutting calories are making more damage of you not counting calories to lose weight. So yeah, if you're trying to lose weight, I'm saying this with all my heart because I struggled all my life with this topic. So if you're struggling losing weight, just know that there is a way to lose weight healthily, easily, and faster than just cutting calories. And that way is by fixing your metabolism and balancing your hormones. But you only can do this with intermittent fasting, entering ketosis, had a lot of healthy fats, animal fats, saturated fats, cut out all sugars and carbs from your diet and live on fats. Add a lot of vegetables. People don't eat vegetables. They think that eating vegetables is like your half plate of salad, but that's not enough vegetables. You need to have 7 to 10 cups of vegetables per day because vegetables are full of potassium and potassium helps with your weight loss. So you need to eat a lot of kale, spinaches, salmon, avocado. You need 4,500 milligrams of potassium per day. One banana is just 400. You need 15 bananas to reach your potassium levels for the day. This is not possible, okay? You need to understand that the way you're eating and the way society is telling you to eat is causing more problem than positive things. You need to understand this. And there is another way to do things. I don't know how many hate comments I got on TikTok because I told people that they didn't need to count calories to lose weight, just that they just needed to fix their hormones. But you can only fix your hormones if you're fixing your metabolism, eating 2 to 3 times per day maximum, eating lots of vegetables, buying organic and grass-fed products, organic vegetables, grass-fed animal products, living on fats, and basically listening to your body. Your body knows exactly what you're supposed to eat and what you're not supposed to eat. I'm gonna leave you a challenge for this week, okay? Start reducing some of the carbs you're eating during the day. Cut out all the sugars for now. Cut out carbs, cut out sugars, and add more fats, like add butter, add eggs. I eat 3 to 4 eggs per day, okay? Just try eating more and more of these things and really feel your body. How does your body feel eating more of the right things? Do you feel more full? Do you feel more satisfied? Because fats make you satisfied. Carbs only lead you to have dependence. You know, it's like drug. It's like cocaine. Carbs are really like cocaine. Sugar is 10 times more addictive than cocaine. So you need to understand this. Just try things out. And if you try the ketogenic diet, I would absolutely recommend you go on my TikTok page or just go on my YouTube short videos, because the first week you can experience some keto flu, which is actually just you releasing more water because carbs retain water. So as you cut out carbs, you basically lose water, and with water you lose electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. So you need to make sure you add a lot of these electrolytes during the first 2 weeks of this diet. So don't try keto and tell me that you gave up because of the keto flu, because that's not the reason. So my challenge for you is this: if you're struggling losing weight, or if you just want to try something else, cut out all carbs and sugars and add a lot of healthy fats. Butter, eggs, lard, meat, grass-fed red meat, wild-caught fish, things like that. And let me know. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, anything, just write them in the comments. Also, if you're a woman struggling losing weight, I have my spots for March of my coaching on my weight loss coaching program open. So if you're interested in losing 20 pounds in 60 days with my strategies, knowing exactly what to do, and also with the laws of the universe, without counting calories, without being a caloric deficit, feeling energized, satisfied, happier than ever, and sexier than ever, then DM me on Instagram or just write down below 2022. So I will message privately with you with all the details, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.